I'm Ken Mortensen. I'm the Data Protection Officer at InterSystems. I come to InterSystems with about 25 years experience doing privacy and security. In fact, I like to say I did privacy before it was sexy. It was something that before I used to have to explain to people, but now people really understand that. So this is something I come with a depth of background, not only from a legal and a regulatory standpoint, but also from an engineering standpoint, having worked in the systems world for over 35 years. Cybersecurity is very important these days for healthcare organizations because of the value of health information. The information about patients is the most sought after information by cyber criminals. They get more for that information on the dark web than they would, say, for financial information, credit card information. Health information is what gets the greatest amount of money from an attack. This is the information that the cyber criminals are after, which is why healthcare organizations, hospitals, payers, insurance companies need to consider how are they protecting and safeguarding that information. Today, what we call advanced persistent threats, which are technological attacks on systems, are a huge problem for most healthcare organizations. But really, things like ransomware, where social engineering is used to be able to take a person to provide information to the hacker that then allows them to easily access that information. With interoperability being such an important factor in healthcare today, it's important that you need to consider where all the endpoints and where all that information is. For example, the cloud means that you now have an expanded view of not only where you can access that information, but where that information can be accessed from. That means that you have a greater surface area from an attack standpoint of where hackers can go after that. That said, the cloud also allows you to centralize the controls necessary to protect that information and to put safeguards for security around that information, meaning that you can actually take an advantage of the cloud in increasing the security of your systems. In order to protect yourself against these sort of attacks, not only do you need to have the right technology, but you also have to have the right culture. It's very important that you consider how are your people made aware of and what are they trained on when it comes to privacy and security. For example, here at InterSystems, we have within the Global Trust Program annual training that makes sure that every single employee understands what are their duties and responsibilities when handling personal information of our customers, of ourselves, and other confidential information to ensure that it's protected and safeguarded. The other thing you need to do beyond just improving the culture and having the right technological practices in place is you need to do a readiness assessment. And a readiness assessment allows you to be able to understand, do you have the right controls for the threats that you're going to experience? This assessment is pretty basic. It lets you look at training, it lets you look at penetration testing, lets you look at the types of attacks that might be coming through, and helps you understand better where you need to shore up your systems. What measures should you be putting in place to do that? And also, we're here to help. We understand how our technology works, so you should reach out to InterSystems, including me, if you have any questions about how to do a privacy and security readiness assessment.